What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video. This time I wanted to address the segment on our boy DSP's podcast where he starts talking about Penguin Zero, or whatever you call the guy. I know he has several names, but essentially Penguin Zero, the big YouTuber, and how apparently our boy Phil is perfectly fine when big YouTubers make fun of the incident. But Detractors, Review Tech USA, any of those folks, oh no, you can't do that because you're either punching down or you are profiting from hatred and things that hurt Phil. You know that famous clip where he talked about Review Tech USA, where he was addressing the incident, and our boy Phil started talking about how every time the incident comes up, poor cat is downstairs literally crying her eyes out. But it's perfectly fine for big YouTubers like Penguin, who of course our boy Phil wants to use, and I'll get into that shortly. It's perfectly fine when they comment or make fun of the incident. Let's watch this clip, and I'll add a little bit more commentary.
I'm about to start a segment of this show that essentially is about a particular YouTuber who's talked about me on stream a day or two ago. It's exactly in line with what I was talking about a week ago when I said people have misconceptions about me and I would like to do a public interview to clear them up. I'm sure people are going to clip this segment of the podcast. I'm not surprised if that happens, and I'm absolutely sure people will send this segment of the podcast to this individual because this individual has admitted in their stream that they're up on the stuff about me. I don't think they necessarily watch my content, but they watch the...
Yeah, nobody's gonna watch your boring ass content that's 8-9 hours long. No, nobody's watching that, Phil.
Detractor videos about me. That's
Yes, detractor videos are 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. They highlight the ADC that is called Dark Side Phil, and they're easy to digest.
Fortunate. All right, so let's talk a little bit about that. So the name of the person on YouTube, it's funny because their name is Moist Critical. And I've seen videos from Moist Critical before, and I think the guy is very charismatic. He's funny. He's informative. His content's good. His delivery is good. And when he actually covers topics, it's always a variety of interesting stuff. He covers news. Yes, he does cover drama with YouTubers and the like, but he covers many, many topics. And basically his channel is like a variety channel. Okay?
Your body wash is ruining your dating life.
Why?
So, babe, I want to talk about...
And I like it.
Sorry, folks, I don't have ad block.
I'm not subscribed to it, but I watch every once in a while. I watch random videos on YouTube, and he's someone who every once in a while I would go and watch a video from him. And I don't think I've ever watched a video from him that I didn't like or thought was really bad or boring or you know what I'm saying? Like, he seems like a real guy. Okay, he's huge. He's got millions of subs. All right, millions. Every video he puts out gets hundreds of thousands to millions of views. He's very popular on YouTube right now. I don't know how long this is. The weird thing is a lot of people get confused. His YouTube channel is called like Penguin Zero, but he goes by Moist Critical. Like, he has a million names. His real name, I guess, is Charlie, but he goes by like a million names. So it's confusing to try to figure it out, all right? But anyway, like I said, from what I've seen of the guy, seems like a real guy, great content. I got nothing negative to say there about him, all right? However, he did a quick segment, and every once in a while, he does bring me up. Usually, he brings me up in a meme. Like, he'll reference my accident in 2016, and he'll have a good laugh about it and say things like...
Phil, it's not the accident, it's the incident.
No one is like Dark Side Phil. You name another person that could have something like that happen on a stream and then immediately go into his normal stream and act like nothing happened. Anyone else would be like insanely embarrassed and they would disappear from the internet, but Phil just didn't care and just kept on going, right? So I think that's both positive and negative, because obviously it is a kind of a thing to say that someone basically never gives up, and I think that's kind of that's a meme that's been on the internet about me for a very long time.
No, Phil, that's not the meme. The meme is that you have no shame, you have no gall, and you do anything for money. So regardless of whether you're embarrassed to the point where your wife literally cries every time she sees it or it's referenced, you don't care. You bring your fat head into a stream every single day, stream for 10 hours a day, some boring ass content, and you can care less. That's what the meme is. It has nothing to do with your perseverance or your toughness or whatever. It has to do with your greed.
That no matter what happens, whatever life throws at me, I just keep going. I don't let anything bother me, right? But
no, Phil, it's not like you're a hard worker and you're steadfast. The meme is you're like a roach. You know, when the nuclear blast goes off, three things are going to live: Twinkies, roaches, and Dark Side Phil.
But at the same time, yes, that's very, very, it was an embarrassing moment. It's a laughable moment, and everyone's always going to make fun of me forever. I'm never going to live it down. I accept that. It's 6 years later. I'm still here. You know, I didn't get canceled because of some stupid bullshit. Thank God the camera didn't pan down, right? I mean, holy shit. But, he brings it up all the time whenever he's referencing me as a joke. I think the joke is funny. You know, there's nothing wrong there.
Okay, folks, that's the clip I wanted to play. So, all right, so I just wanted to point out the hypocrisy that is our boy Phil. Phil, whenever it's convenient for him, he's okay with specific content creators referencing the incident, like Penguin Zero. And the reason is because he's desperate for an interview with Penguin Zero. He sees Penguin Zero as a possible mark that may fall for the pignosis and may allow him to spend 2 hours ranting and raving, giving his side, you know, his statement on the memes and the detractors and the trolls and stuff like that without Penguin stepping in, making comments or anything. That's what he thinks. And he knows that he's so big that he doubts if he's ever going to spend any amount of time with Phil after that clip. He used Phil for a video and he's gonna move on. He's not going to spend any time interviewing this dunce. And he knows that, oh, if I beg or put out videos and maybe get some attention or tie my channel to Penguin, maybe I can get some traction. And that's all it is. And it just pisses me off that he's perfectly fine. Oh, it's a laughable moment when Penguin Zero, a large YouTube channel with a lot of subs and a lot of views and a lot of money, as Phil says, it's okay and it's funny when he references it. But someone like Review Tech USA or myself or Meerkat or That Being Said or Shinko or Aquatio or any of the, you know, any of the detractors or what channels Phil doesn't like, then it's a problem. It becomes, oh my God, you're hurting me and my family. Every time you bring this up, my wife is literally downstairs crying her eyes out. You know, remember Phil? Remember that's what you said? But I guess it's okay for Penguin to do it or any large YouTube channels like that. And you're fine with Kat crying her eyes out. I'm assuming that's what you're doing. You were fine with letting your wife get hurt, as you claim. You know, when a big YouTuber does it because, oh, well, you know, it was the incident. It was a laughable moment, so it's perfectly fine. But you have a problem when smaller channels, Detractors, Review Tech USA, anyone you have a problem with actually makes a reference to it. Then you decide conveniently to bring your wife into this, into the discussion. I'm calling bullshit, Phil. This is just another example of Phil using his family, essentially, to try to get sympathy whenever he, you know, talks about how it hurts him and his wife when the incident comes up, you know, when he doesn't benefit from it. But at the very second that he thinks he can benefit from it from Penguin, he's okay with it. And the funny thing is that if Penguin puts out a video or just ignores them, then Phil's going to basically come back and trash him. He's going to trash him as washed up. Nobody watches him. Nobody cares about him. You know, remember the whole PewDiePie rant? He's going to do one of those things. And then he's going to bring back the convenient story that, oh, it hurts his wife whenever you bring up the incident. So Penguin, you know, if you don't want to be a jerk, you know, maybe you shouldn't bring up the incident ever again. You know, but he's perfectly fine. It's a laughable moment whenever he thinks he can milk someone and thinks that he can take advantage of someone to hopefully, I guess, increase his viewership or his you know, spread the pignosis to additional people so that he can replenish, you know, the pay pigs. That's essentially what's going on here. And it just annoys the hell out of me whenever Phil, tries to. He just thinks he's so slick, and he doesn't think that the internet exists and the internet has a history, and people can't go back and actually watch content and call him out for this bullshit. So, my prediction is Penguin's not even going to address this issue. He's not going to interview him, and then Phil's going to bring it up because he needs more content on this podcast, and essentially he'll trash Penguin and call him a loser and all this other stuff. And then he'll go back to the whole, oh, if you reference the incident, you're going to make Cat literally cry. So that's my take on it. Just wanted to call our boy Phil on his hypocrisy. And just to show you that Phil will use anyone, anything, if he can benefit or gain some type of, gain something from it. And essentially he has used his wife as a way to try to shut down people talking about his incident. And you know what, Phil? It's never going to happen. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to put it on my weekly schedule, where every Thursday when you're off on my day off, I'll post a video memeing the incident. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.